I call the member for Maroochydore.
I welcome news that the federal government will keep their commitment to fund $1.6 billion to the Direct Sunshine Coast Rail Line, otherwise known as CAMCOS, but the state still hasn't got on board with a deadline and a destination and no commitment to taking it to Maroochydore as they had originally promised to do. It's time the state got on board and stopped playing petty, nasty politics and treating the people of the Sunshine Coast with no respect. The previous LNP government gave $1.6 billion in their budget that was tabled in the federal parliament towards this project. The new federal government put an infrastructure freeze on, stripped out funding for the MRI, but they have committed to keeping the $1.6 billion towards this project. But I'm calling on the state government to give a commitment to at least match and go further in ensuring that this project continues on to Maroochydore, that there is a deadline and there is a destination. Maroochydore CBD is the centre for the Sunshine Coast, and also it's at the nexus of the public transport system and services. And rail to Maroochydore is important not only for the Olympics, but to get people off the roads and to do their jobs and to get access to services. And there are at least 1,400 athletes who are going to be housed there in the Athletes' Village, as well as being very important to other services during the Olympics. The state government has spent more time and money on hiding their reasons for why they haven't progressed this. There's been more business cases done on the Maroochydore Rail than there's been on the knockdown and rebuild of the proposed Gabba, which has seen an extraordinary amount of money assigned to it without any evidence of a business case, certainly not one that's been released. It's very important that there is a commitment to get rail to Maroochydore, to ensure that the services are met, that this piece of infrastructure, which is necessary to get people off the roads, that will also take pressure off the Bruce Highway. And the Bruce Highway, while it still needs its upgrades, there will come a point where people say they want to be able to get in a rail, and they're saying it now.
Order,
a
members.
survey I've had of the community showed more than 80% of people confirmed that rail to Maroochydore was their #1 priority in a survey that I put to the Sunshine Coast. But the state Labor government, who originally promised to do this by 2020, are still not committing. There must be a deadline, there must be a commitment and a destination to Maroochydore. It's time to get on board and to build it.